Okay, we're going to do a little buoy 10 ocean fishing rigging video here. It's pretty simple. I think the most important thing that I can tell anybody is that your fishing gear should be snap and go. When you're in the bite's hot on, you don't have time to be untangling and messing with stuff. Everything should have a snap on it. When you go out fishing, basically all you should have on the end of your rod is a snap with either a gum pucky or a T-bead to protect the top guide of your rod. It's super simple. People are going to get excited. They're going to reel your swivel into the guide of your rod and crack your ceramic. If you've got this here, they know when to stop. And everything should be snap and go. So if I want to fish a diver, snap your diver on. An inline flasher, if you're using a diver, doesn't need a big long leader in between. It'll fish a lot better this way and tangle less. Your gear on the back should be as simple as snapping it on and off. A sturgeon loop or a perfection loop, you can snap in and out of that snap super quick, change gear. If it's all tangled up, all you need to do is get back to here, cut everything else off, and snap in new gear. Your gear should be wrapped up something like that, so you can put it on really quickly and easily, grab one off, put it on. You know, if I want to go from that diver to fishing lead up in the river and dragging it down the bottom in a 360 flasher, it should be as simple as snapping it on and off. I like these little rudders. I think they add a lot of flash. And if you want to go to leads and fish your inline flasher, then you just snap your inline flasher into there. But it should all be pretty much snap and go. There are as many bumpers to go between a 360 flasher as you can count. The titanium wire bumpers will not tangle. You can wrap that thing up, try to tie it in a knot. It'll bounce out every time. And they don't put any restriction on the curl of your flasher. Those are from Easy Tackle. Easy Tackle's 360 mini flasher works awesome, and you can snap that in right behind a diver and actually use a diver and a 360 flasher. Spinners, baits, it should all be pretty much snap and go. You know, if I want to snap something off of this thing and put on a flasher, then I would just snap a leader and a flasher in there. Plastic baits. There are a bunch. Some of my favorites are on there. The old Brads came out first. They fish like crazy. Spin fish are the new up and coming thing, and now everybody's got one. You got Brad Skinny Minis. They all catch fish. If you're in the ocean right now, it is the end of July. The silver's in the ocean. It doesn't matter which one of those things you put down, you'll probably catch a fish on it. Putting tuna belly, anchovy in it. But if you're going to fish bait, I like to fish a bait head. You can tell we used this one a bunch the other day. It's pretty dirty. But for an anchovy, and our anchovy is a little frozen, you stick your anchovy in there, put the pin through the head, maybe, like that. Pull that through a little bit, put your front hook in the anchovy, like that. And the important part of using these is a toothpick. That we had a toothpick in this little slot right here. And what that does is keep your bait from going flat and puts a nice little tension on there. Our bait's a little frozen this morning, but you curl that thing and pull that against that toothpick. It will hold that curve in your bait for hours on end. The mouth isn't going to blow up on your anchovy. You've got your trailing hook back here. We're using 5/0 wide gaps here, but whatever hook you like. But the important part is that toothpick in there to hold that thing so it doesn't straighten out on you, and it will fish for hours on end. So the Sure Spin helmet will help you fish a cut plug really nicely, and it's important to have a bobber stop underneath this thing so it doesn't pull real tight against your bait. There are multiple holes. I like the top one, but you can adjust to the roll you like. That pulls down like that. We're just using an anchovy because that's what I've got open. Put that through there. Put your toothpick through there, preferably getting both sides. Frozen bait's a little tough. Like that, it can stick out on the sides, it doesn't really matter. Put your trailing hook or your forward hook through the bait. Leave a nice trader back there, pull that bobber stop up in there. Pull that snug, and that thing will roll all day long. Your cut plugs will last a lot longer, they won't blow out. And fishes like crazy, particularly in the river where you're a long ways between bites. That thing's always fishing a really nice cut plug. And the roll will be perfect. It doesn't matter if you cut that square sideways, you don't have to put a custom cut on it. Just cut it off, stick it in there, put a toothpick through it, you're good to go. Beyond that, the terminal rigging is simple. Again, a snap to a diver, a snap to a rudder, and you can put an inline flasher right behind it, extend it back to a 360 flasher, extend it back to like the Brad's 360 flasher, has a breakaway on it so you're not pulling hard against that fish. Super easy to use, comes with a breakaway on it. Inline flashers again, but everything snap and go. This way you can change the leads. If you're going to fish an inline flasher on the bottom, you might want to put a dropper in here, drop it down to about 16 inches. And we're using a small lead on my glass case here, but you'll be fishing anywhere from 10 to 16 ounces, maybe even 20 to keep things under the boat and fishing good. If you're fishing really deep, you'll be 16s or 20s. The VIP, if you're just going to fish leads, this VIP slider, line lock he calls it, great invention. Put a bead chain on the end of your main line. Again, I still put a gum pucky up above it to protect the tip of the rod. But make sure that you have this thing in the right direction. There's a little slot there that holds that bead chain. So when your 360 flasher's down here spinning everything up, it's not spinning up your line. That's the importance of this, is to keep that 360 flasher or inline flasher if it gets tangled up, it gets jellyfish on it, some weeds, from actually spinning up your main line and causing it to break. I think that's what I have. Again, got the Delta titanium bumper. We've got Big River bumpers that are monofilament. The nice thing about monofilament is if it gets wrapped up on this heavy mono, you just kind of cut away from it. That'll still be there. It keeps tangles down. There are a ton of these. Bait still works. And we'll see you at Buoy 10.